Foods. Gracious, if you guys only knew. Roundup family, if you only knew how hard it is to do business. Roundup family, greetings, greetings. If you only knew how hard it was to do this business, do the business, train, do videos, create products, try to give them to you so you understand that I'm not trying to rip you off, and explain it to you. Not only build these websites with people, good God, oh, and Jesus, you have no idea. You have no idea how the difficulty of doing this stuff. I see why people just, I gotta be honest with you, I see why people just say, you know what, let's go to work. Just hard. Hard. Hey, Frank, Roundup family. Hey, don't forget, today I'm going to be with Jessica Siegel at around 3 o'clock. I'm not sure what she wants to talk about, but I'm no doubt it'll be good. Happy holidays to you, Roundup family. Happy holidays to you. I'm going to be very brief as I am in here struggling trying to get all this, good Lord, try to get all this information to you, not only to you so you can understand it, but I have to worry about the holiday coming up and make sure that my lease option tenants moving in good. Yes, we are cooking up. We're gonna be cooking up. I got my veggie burgers ready. Frank, I got my veggie burgers ready. Class, real quick. You know, in my efforts to raise your financial literacy, I have decided to put everything that I've created on sale under $100. So just go to my website. The link is below. The link is below. I'm going to take. We will do some Q&A on this keynotes, but really, I'm just going to be going over what I'm offering here. Before I go to what I'm going to be offering, just want to talk to you very briefly about what I decided to do. If you, no doubt, we're meeting each other. When I log on to these things, I think about two people: the person watching and me. Two people, you and me. I mean, I don't know how many people in cyberspace will see this, but there are two people that I think about: the person receiving it and the person giving it. Just two people. But I wanted to talk to you as I get to the products here. I wanted to talk to you about. No doubt, you are have been introduced to me lately. That's by design. I have been cranking out real estate since 2004, right? But just recently, I decided to change the way I thought. I was doing it backwards. I was doing it backwards, Roundup family. I kept saying when I bought my first house back in '04, I said, I'm going to pay this thing off. I'm going to pay this thing off, and then I'm going to go do the thing. I'm going to pay this thing off and then go do the thing. I was getting my Bob Proctor on this week talking about our beliefs and how we have to put wood in the stove before we get that fire. You can't just look at the stove and ask for fire. The engine, the vehicle is always going to be there. So what I was doing backwards was I kept saying to my brain, Chris, pay this house off, pay this house off, pay this house off, and then you can go do the thing. Go do the thing. Chris, try to pay this house off and then go do the thing. So what I learned that I was doing it wrong 2 years ago, July 2017, Roundup family, my efforts to in my efforts to raise your financial literacy through real estate, I learned that I needed to actually turn it around. I needed to do the thing, and that thing will allow me to pay my house off. Let me rewind. Let me repeat that. I needed to go do the thing, and then that's going to allow me to pay my house off. So the thing that I needed to learn how to do was provide massive value to my community. I just needed to provide massive value. Frank, everything, no, each document, each one is different. Each one, nothing's over $100, and some have some cross sales. If you get one, then you get an add-on for a couple of dollars. But nothing, I don't have anything with one package. I didn't have that. So I started to just do the thing, and that thing was creating massive value for my community. So I urge you to also, if it's something you're waiting to do, if you're like me, I was waiting to get this house paid off. Good God, I'm cranking away, thousand here, thousand here, 5,000 here, just cranking it away. I'm like, you know what? I don't like the way this feels. So I decided to just do my thing, create the value, and it has allowed for me to pay the house off infinitely faster. And I'm actually going to do a video show you how I paid one of my houses off. Roundup family, okay, what you're gonna get on my website now, get the deal insurance. It will come with the memorandum of contract. It shows you how to stop sellers from backing out of your signed contract. That's gonna be the deal insurance. That's gonna be, I think it's like $70. And if you want the training video, it's like another $20. So you gotta have these documents on every deal. You need to have that. And it does come with my added bonus. I will give you my standard purchase and sale agreement for free. If you want to, you can get that when you download that. You get my subject to documents. They ordinarily sell for $200. I'll be giving them for $97 until Monday. This Memorial Day sale ends, family, Monday night at midnight. So you get the subject to document package. It comes with your power of attorney, your CYS letter, your disclosures, your subject to purchase and sale agreement, and your authorization to release information. You got to have that. You aren't even able to talk to the bank unless you can't even start closing the deal. And don't go in there, Roundup family, on a subject to deal and try to get the seller to sign all this stuff at once. All you need them to sell, all you need them to sign at the beginning of interfacing with them is the real estate, the subject to purchase and sale agreement, and the authorization to release information. That's all you need. Don't go in there and get them signing those disclosures and the power of attorney. You're going to mess it up. And don't be talking subject to. Don't go in there and say, well, we're going to take your house over subject to the existing financing. That's going to get us to ninjanegotiating.com. That is also under $100, usually sells for $300. So this, I took the negotiating audio, it's 11 audio series. Audio. I hope you guys appreciate what your boy did on this one. I took a mini recorder into dozens of houses actually, and then I narrowed it down to 11 of them. So you'll be able to hear me negotiating back and forth. You see, you don't get the real full effect with the camera. When I take cameras into these houses, you're not going to get the full effect on camera because people are real squeamish when it comes to the camera, shooting them in the faces. But when you got that recorder sitting on the table, Miss Smith, I'm just going to record everything for training purposes. When you got that camera, that recorder sitting on that table, that's when you get the real deal. And you're going to hear me negotiate subject to. You're going to actually hear a house that I bought at a discount. I think we about to pay $40,000 or $35,000 for it. Fixed it up, sold it. You're going to hear me talk about negotiating a lease option. We negotiated some seller financing on this audio series. So this here, what I envisioned this when I created this. Why did I create this? This is my flagship here. I created this negotiating course because I got sick and tired of saying the same thing over to my clients. Okay, when you go into the seller's house, you got to say this. When they say that, you got to come back with this. When you say this, did you ask this question? People ask me questions all around the country, right? So I'm like, you know what? Let me just create one course. You can just plug it in. Matter of fact, now you just click a button. It used to be on CDs, right? Now you just click a button and you just listen to it and you become a master negotiator in about 10 hours. Now you don't have to do this all in one day, but when I envision this is I'm giving you the tools, you're stepping on a beam of light and it's taking you exactly where you want to be instantly. Yes, I love it. As opposed to before, we got the VHS, rewind, fast forward. When you click the button, bam, you start listening, you go to the gym, you put it in the car, wow, you're right there. I love it. So your negotiating audio is just crucial. It's paramount. You got to know how to negotiate with these sellers or you're getting nowhere. So we already went over that. Lease options. Now, your land trust document usually sells for $300. This is also only $97 until Memorial Day, midnight. Land trust is what we use so we stop taking houses in our name or in our seller's name. I haven't got it. These people keep calling me those robo dialers. I need to put my number on a do not call list. Good Lord. So land trust, you gotta have it. Now this will come. My land trust document packet will come. There's an add-on bonus if you want to get the land trust masterclass, walking you all the way down step by step how to actually set this up, fill it out, and let me make sure I put my disclaimer out there around the family. I'm not an attorney. I'm not an accountant. I'm not giving you any legal or tax or professional advice. This is for informational purposes only. This is just what I have done since 2004, been able to kind of navigate through the real estate business. All right, next course is going to be the YouTube and internet Masterclass, YouTube and internet. If you are not, you're watching this, you know I love you. You know I love you. And I'm a real estate guy to the death. But if you are not getting paid on the internet right now, you are a dinosaur. You are a dinosaur. Like me, I used to be a dinosaur until July 2017. You can just go back to my channel and see how it really started taking off. I learned some skills. I was able to meet some people that show me some things. Took me 7 years to figure it out. I've been studying the internet since 2010, so I'm finally understanding how this thing works just a little bit. So I want to share with you how we make money on YouTube, how we make money cross-selling other people's products, how we make money with advertisers on our channel, and how we get people to come in and actually pay us to do coaching and training. So this is another thing, and I don't care if you don't know real estate, it could be how to build a chair, it could be how to cut the grass, right? Around the country, everybody's looking for something. That's why Google did so well, because of the SEO. Everybody's looking for something. And when you realize that fact, all you have to do is create topics and create a world for them to come to and hang out with and be genuine. And you don't have to be charismatic in front of the camera all the time. I can show you ways how to get around that. But using the internet, oh man, the reason it's so important today, Roundup family, is because the internet is right here, right on your phone. Everywhere we go, we're right there. So let's see what else we got. Oh, a joint venture agreement. That's one we did with Jessica Siegel. So the joint venture agreement is something you need. Well, let's call it a partnership agreement. Partner. If you missed this when Jessica did that masterclass, you can also get the masterclass on the channel. But you got to have a partnership agreement if you're going to do any business with another person. You have to. Don't leave stuff up to chance. You think that they're going to do something when I promise you they're not. They're not. It's out of your head. Greg Peniel says if you think someone's going to treat you or treat your money like you would, you're going to be disappointed every time. So the partnership agreement is what you're going to need to actually go step by step. It goes over the scope, goes over the duties of each partner, and it goes over the responsibilities and the contribution. What are you bringing to the table? What are we all bringing? Get it in writing. I've done this dozens of times. It's all in writing. And if we have any questions, guess what? Your boy opens up the paper right there. You're responsible for construction overages. Who's responsible if the renovation goes over? Bam, right in the document. You got to have that stuff. Land trust, lease option, got that. Deal insurance covered that. Partnership, internet, land trust. Oh yeah, Eddie and I did that class, text message marketing masterclass. Text message marketing. I haven't brought that up in a minute, but I'm bringing it back out today. Text message marketing. Text message marketing. Once again, I'm back in my phone. It is amazing to me how everybody has a cell phone now. A home phone is obsolete. Home phones are obsolete. So in order for us to get in touch with people, the snail mail, and I've seen it even in my business, my direct mail isn't responding as good as this text messages is. Text messaging is. That text messaging. Very hard. Tongue twister. I'm seeing people, I coach people around the country so I can see what they're doing and what's working in different markets all around, right? So let me give you two scenarios. We send out mailers, postcards, letters, wait for the phone to ring. We send out a text message, instant phone call back or text message back. It's truly amazing. Hey, I want to buy your house. You're interested in selling? Hey, I want to come take a look at it. It's over. It's over. It's not like you got a big dialogue going on, but you just want to establish contact. That's all. Send a text message out. And this class here walks you down exactly how to pull the lists, what lists to look for, how to upload those lists, what websites offer the best text messaging software for you. Hey, Dan, what's up, bro? And a couple other things. Oh, yeah. Now, this is for my advanced people. And I want you newbies doing this. Please don't be going out and borrowing no private money. Private lending. It's really called a prospectus, but I don't want to talk too high. It's called a private lending prospectus, but I don't want to. I want to keep it low for you. I want to keep it. I want to be on the same page as everybody watching. I want to be on the same page as you. But when you get more advanced in your career, we talk about a private lending prospectus, right? Prospectus. When you talk, the air comes up from you. Drinking water. AKA a presentation, right? You got to have a presentation when you go sit down with your lenders, right? You can't just sit down with somebody you don't know and say, Miss Smith, this is what I'm going to do. You can't do that. You can't do that. So we have a private lending prospectus. When you sit down with them, it's 27 pages long. You say, okay, this is me. This is what I've done. I mean, this is what we do. It has different sections to fill in. And the magic about the private lending presentation, Roundup family, it's got several before and after pictures of houses that I've done. And you don't have to portray that you have done that. If you need to have before and after pictures and you want to show them to your lenders, you can always say, these are pictures of before houses. This is how we will do the project. The hardest thing borrowing money from people is credibility. Credibility. And further, let me talk to you about having credibility. Negotiating in business starts online now. Several of the houses that I've went to go see over the past few weeks, they already know who I am when I show up at the door. I want you to think about your digital blueprint, footprint, your digital footprint. I'm talking about that in the newsletter this month. Your digital footprint. Patrick Bet-David said, he told us, if you don't tell the world who you are through the internet will tell the world who you are. Let me repeat that. If you don't tell the world who you are using the internet, then the internet will tell the world who you are, right? So if you're not on the internet showing at least a brief description of your life, if you're not using the internet to tell the world what you're doing, who you are, something's going to happen like me. Somebody wrote a bad article about me years ago. It's in the newsletter. I'll tell you, a lady wrote one of the first houses I bought. I didn't know what I was doing, and the tenant didn't pay rent. So I went over there to the house to show that unit to some new tenants, right? They locked the doors, wouldn't let me in, changed the locks. So I just took it upon myself to just slide through the window. Your boy opened up the window, slid through the window, right? Next thing I know, cop shows up, tenant shows up. I'm in the back of a cop car, handcuffs. Your boy at my house that I own. Remember, real estate has two rights. Quiet enjoyment and disposition. Quiet enjoyment and disposition. I had the disposition. I controlled how the property was disposed of, but I didn't have quiet enjoyment. The tenant had that. So they put me in the back of the car. Luckily, I was able to talk my way out of it, telling them I was the owner. I didn't want the resident to know I was the owner. But long story short, she put some type of ad, a post about me. Chris Haskins broke in my house, and my mother called me. It was just a nightmare. My mother, Chris, are you breaking in houses? So I'm saying all that to say, Roundup family, if you don't tell the world who you are, the world will go right to the internet. They'll go right to the internet and tell who you are. And then it's always best to start out as opposed to trying to fix a problem where somebody's already blasted you. So you're trying to clean up stuff. I don't want you to be in cleanup mode. I got this big picture of Paula Deen in my mind where she's trying to clean up that mess that happened to her, because she said all this stuff years ago. But once somebody has put the bad information about you out there, then you have to kind of be in cleanup mode, cleaning it up. I'm telling you this because I know. I'm speaking it, and I've heard this from Patrick Bet-David. I mean, the man is a master at putting a message out there with valuetainment. So I'm gonna say it one more time. If you don't tell the world who you are, if you don't tell the world who you are, the internet will tell the world who you are. Then you're cleaning it up. So right now, when I'm meeting people throughout my life, they've already gone to the internet. The internet has told them who I am through my actions, to my family, through videos, through different trainings, to people that I'm helping. So they know automatically. When I went to see a house the other day, the lady said, I've already researched you. I don't even need to know. I don't need to know anymore. And I'm not saying you need to be on any certain level. Even if you just cut the camera on and say, hey, Facebook, or hey, world, I'm here today hanging out in my living room. It's a beautiful day. Just want to share with you my life, or you can show them your house, or show them your car, or your dog, like me. It doesn't have to be a lot, but just tell the world who you are. Tell them your philosophy. Is it business? Is it family? Is it church? Is it spiritual? Is it exercise? Whatever. Just tell the world who you are. Roundup family, if you're just joining me, I'm just going over a few key documents and trainings that we're offering, and the link below for my Memorial Day sale. It starts right now. It ends Monday night. So your private lending prospectus presentation is what you will need when you meet these people. Goes over all type of different points, key points of scope. It's got examples where you put the picture in and you show them the scope of the work, how much the repair is going to be, what you're going to be paying them, the APR. You have to know this stuff. You got to know it. Better have a presentation or you're in trouble. Real estate negotiating Bible. Yes, the negotiating Bible. You can go there too. I wrote a book. Where else can you get a book specifically for real estate investors, how to negotiate, right? Very, very rare that you can get that book. I know because I looked for it for years before I wrote it. The purpose of the Real Estate Negotiating Bible is to show you how to go in and get a discount on your next buy, you know? So it teaches you, it's got, I think it's 30 different topics, 30 different bullets to show you how to go in and bring these topics up with your sellers to get that price down. Right? And you're not beating up people. You're not taking advantage of people. You're being honest, because at the end of the day, the burden's on you. If you buy the house, guess who the burden's on? On me and my lenders. You're a hedge fund manager. All you're doing is managing the money coming in. You're managing contractors, managing the realtor, you're managing your buyer. So many people do that. That's why I thank God for real estate investors. Just think about it. How many people do we employ? Let's just think about it. You got the seller, right? Seller's getting money. You got the contractor, when you buy the property, he fixes it up, right? You got real estate taxes you pay. You got the insurance you got to keep on the property. You have to worry about all the utilities you're giving out to the community because you have to pay that. And then when we get our buyer, who gets paid? The realtors, not realtors. Where's my knife? I don't want to hear nobody saying realtor no more. Realtor. Both realtors get paid. That's 7. Don't forget the good old loan officer. The loan officer is getting paid, right? They have to get that money. So you're providing income for what, 8 industries? That's just off the top of my head that I'm thinking about. And thank God for real estate investors. We are just bringing so much value to our community. That's just 8. I'm sure there are many more that I can't think of right now. But we are really providing money and value, and we're raising the value of our communities. So just keep that in mind when you're out there doing your thing. Don't let people say that they're real estate investors. They just don't bother people. Okay, that's all I wanted to share with you. I want you to have a blessed and healthy, happy, relaxing holiday. Don't spend all your money going out. Take some time to invest in yourself. If you got any questions here, I'll do something very quick before I get ready for Jessica. I have to talk with her at 2 o'clock. Any questions about what we're offering, and then we'll get out of here. Roundup family, please learn a new skill. I am constantly I gotta be on myself, Chris. You're a winner. Get out there and learn something new. You're a winner. Winners win. Winners win. You know, they continually win. So I have to do habits in place. Going to the gym every day. That's why you see me 9:30 every day. I'm in the gym every day. My diet. I got my veggie burgers. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm slip off from time to time. I'm working on it though. All right. I don't see anybody coming in. Roundup family, I love you. I will talk to you shortly with Jessica, and have a good holiday weekend. I may be broadcasting from, I don't know where I'm going, to the beach or Busch Gardens or somewhere like that. And don't forget, link below to get all the training that I offer. Everything's under $100. Talk to you soon, class. Peace.